It's Friday afternoon, and Mariam is looking forward to the weekend. She's got lots of fun plans, but first she has to get through one more afternoon of school. In science class today, the teacher was talking about magnets. She showed them some cool tricks like how magnets can attract certain metals like iron and steel. And she explained that magnets have magnetic force, an invisible power that pulls or pushes on other magnets in certain metals. But Mariam still doesn't quite understand it. Like, how does the force know which way to pull or push? And why do the metals move like that? And what is a magnetic field? When Mariam gets home, she tells her older brother Ibrahim all about it. Ibrahim is pretty good at science and engineering. He loves making things and figuring out how they work. Hearing about his little sister's troubles, he decides to help her learn about magnets by turning it into a fun challenge. How about we build a magnetic maze game, he asks. We'll use cardboard boxers, some magnets, and these little metal balls. Rayhana, can I make a mini version too? She asks. And Ibrahim smiles and says, of course. So the three siblings get to work designing and building their magnetic mazes. Ibrahim shows Mariam how to make a maze by drawing two lines on the cardboard, leaving a space in between. Then he places a magnet at one end and a metal ball at the other. Hey, watch, he calls to Mariam. He takes a small piece of paper and makes a mark at one end. Then he holds the paper near the magnet and lets it go. The paper moves toward the magnet, but when it touches the magnet, it stops. He explains that the metal ball is like the paper, and when it reaches the magnet at the end of the maze, it will stop moving. But what if we want the ball to keep going? Mariam asks. Ibrahim smiles. Well, then we'll need another magnet. He places a second magnet at the end of the first one, and sure enough, the metal ball keeps going after it, hits the first magnet, and goes all the way through the maze. Cool, says Mariam, but it's not quite right. Like in science class, the metal ball seems to be attracted to the magnet here, but then it's repelled or pushed away by the magnet here. Why does it do that? Ibrahim explains that the force of the first magnet is stronger than the force of the second magnet, so the metal ball keeps going. But then shouldn't it keep going past the second magnet? Mariam asks. Yes, says Ibrahim. If we make the space between the two magnets really small, then there won't be enough force to stop it. They work together to test out different size spaces, and Mariam begins to understand how magnetic force works. They also talk about magnetic fields. Remember how the paper stopped moving when it touched the magnet? Ibrahim asks. Mariam nods. Well, that's because the magnet has a magnetic field around it, he explains. The field is strongest near the magnet, and it is this area where the force can act on other magnets and certain metals like iron and steel. After playing with their mazes for a while longer, it's time for Mariam to go to school and finish her project. She thanks her brother for helping her. No problem, he says. Anytime you need help with STEM, remember there are lots of free resources online. Mariam smiles and heads off to school. At school, Mariam presents her project to her class and she is proud of herself for figuring out how magnets work. Suddenly, she feels very confident and looks forward to learning more about science and engineering. Maybe she'll even build her own version of a magnetic maze game. Ibrahim smiles, watching his little sister go off to school. He knows that with a little creativity, anything is possible.